Ashley Fiala, and I'm doing a problem solution speech on texting and driving. Here's my audience. It's a Saturday night and you're headed out to meet your significant other for dinner and a movie. You have to meet him or her at a restaurant because you're coming straight from work, but you got caught up talking to a coworker in the parking lot and you're running late. While you're in the car, your phone is continuously buzzing and your significant other sends you messages asking where you are. You don't want them to start worrying, so you decide to text them. As you pick up your phone and type out the text telling them that you are almost there, you swerve into the opposite lane of traffic, hitting a car head-on. Sure, the reason behind the text was there, however, it was not necessary, and the consequences behind sending that text are far worse than being late for dinner. They are life-threatening. The scary thing about this is that it can happen to anyone at any time within a matter of seconds. Taking your eye off the road for even just a second can not only kill you, but also another person just as fast as it took you to send that unnecessary text message. And I can assure you that no text message is worth losing a life over. Today I'm going to talk to you about the problems and consequences of texting and driving, and also some solutions we can put into action to prevent ourselves from texting while driving. With technology being such a huge part in today's society, texting and driving unfortunately has become such a common issue. We are living in a world where new technology is being thrown at us left and right, and it seems like it is impossible to stay off of it. How many times have you been driving down the road and have looked at your phone? Probably too many to count. I myself am guilty, but it's time to put a stop to it. According to EdgarSnyder.com, accessed on April 17, 2019, nearly 390,000 injuries occur each year from accidents caused by texting while driving. 1 out of every 4 car accidents in the United States is caused by texting and driving. Of course, there are so many benefits to having the advanced technology that exists today. However, there is a time and place for it, and this is certainly not it. According to an article in the Association for the Advancement of Automotive Medicine Journal, March 2014, since Washington State first banned texting while driving in 2007, 40 states in the District of Columbia have followed suit and prohibited all drivers from texting while driving, and all but 3 states have some type of ban against texting and driving. Although every state has some type of ban, these laws vary, and so do the consequences. According to an article on MassLive.com, January 21, 2016, the fine in Massachusetts for texting and driving would be $100 for a first offense, $250 for a second offense, and $500 for a third offense. However, the fines range in variations depending on the state. According to LegalMatch.com, accessed on April 18, 2019, monetary fines can range from as low as $20 to $1,000, depending on what your state you're in. There can also be criminal charges and even jail time depending on if an accident occurs, and especially if it results in an injury of another driver or pedestrian. This is a major problem in today's society. However, there are solutions to this, but it requires us to take action. Most of us are aware of the dangers of texting and driving, but we are often doing it anyways because we think that the chances of it happening to us are very unlikely, but we must not think like this. I will first go on to talk about some of the simple habits you should try to get into to avoid distractions while driving. You should try to send whatever texts and emails you need to send before you get into your car. If you are running late to something and you know someone may try to contact you, find out where your text that person ahead of time. You should also put your phone on silent or do not disturb to avoid hearing text messages and phone calls. If you do not know about them, you will be less likely to feel the urge to pick up your phone. If you feel as though you still might be tempted to check it, put your phone out of reach. I will now go on to talk about how we can use apps on our phones to prevent us from texting and driving. Since technology is everywhere today and it is extremely advanced, why not use it to our advantage? And instead of in ways you could be harmful to us. According to an article on rothfirm.com, May 7, 2018, there are several applications in the App Store that drivers can download onto their phones that will assist in resisting the temptation to text while driving. There is a free app called Live to Text, which allows a driver to block incoming texts and calls while behind the wheel. All the driver needs to do is turn on the app on when they get in the car, and do so will silence the smartphone from incoming notifications and text messages. When the driver receives a message, the app will notify the sender with a customized message that the driver is unable to respond due to driving. Safe Drive is another app, and it motivates drivers to keep off their phones. While it does not prevent texts from coming in, it however rewards you for not texting and driving. You simply keep the app open once you get behind the wheel, and when you're moving 6 miles per hour or more, you will start earning points that you can use towards discounts at participating stores. These are just 2 examples of the many widely apps available to us at no cost, but although they can be very helpful and will certainly prevent texting and driving, you do have to put the effort into using them. Lastly, I will go on to talk about the penalties and fees and how these can make a difference in how serious drivers take these laws. I think that if every state had a high penalty as a consequence for texting and driving, people would take this problem more seriously. According to an article on Compare.com, February 12, 2019, it states, "A law is only as strong as the penalty for breaking it. If you get caught texting and driving, the consequences vary dramatically depending on the state." In California, for instance, it's no big deal. The base fine for texting while driving is $20 for the first offense, while in Alaska, if you get caught, you could be charged with a misdemeanor, punishable for up to a year in prison and a $50,000 fine. And if you kill someone, you could be looking at 20 years in prison with a fine of up to $250,000. If all states are strict on the laws of texting and driving, we can only hope that drivers will not take this problem lightly and do something about it. In conclusion, texting while behind the wheel is a huge problem in today's society. People are doing it every day, ignoring the fact that it is extremely dangerous and can lead to serious consequences. I encourage you all, including myself, to put down the phone. No text is worth a life, and every text can wait until you reach your destination. Today, I have talked to you about the problems of texting and driving, the consequences of texting and driving, and a few solutions to help prevent texting and driving, including solutions to handling cell phone use properly, how you can use apps to assist, and how laws and strong penalties can make a difference in how serious you take this issue. We all want to believe that it won't happen to us, but the truth is it can happen to anyone, and it can happen within a matter of seconds. Don't be that person. Put the phone down and drive responsibly. Thank you. Here's my audience.